Hi, guys. We're here back from Off the Record podcast. I have some special guests. I am Cassandra from the Youth Services Department. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Angel. I'm part of the outreach center or outreach department, better saying.
Hi, my name is Joaquin Antonio. I'm a intern at the Youth Service Department. Shout out to the best department in the whole world. Love it.
All
10 out of
right.
10.
Thank you, Joaquin. Yeah, so here today we have our interns that we have around the office. So, as Joaquin mentioned, he's from our department, and Angel is from a different department, the outreach. So, we're going to start off with a icebreaker. What is your guys' favorite comfort food?
Mm, I'd say for me, just the Jack in the Box taquitos are good to go.
Oh, yeah, those
Yeah,
are good.
so
You, Joaquin?
For me, I would say like the Da Vinci pasta from Cheesecake Factories because I'm a pasta person.
Oh, okay,
kind of fancy, yeah.
fancy. Okay. For me, I would say I really like canes, and then like you put the hot sauce inside the cane sauce. It's so good. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice.
So, um, you guys can each go and say a little bit about. Tell us a little bit about where you're at in life, school, work wise, and just to get a little bit of a better field of what you're doing.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, currently I'm full time in college. I'm trying to get my associates for transfer. Try to go to CSUN for sociology, and yeah, I'm currently stable. I have enough money to do what I want when I want. So, and work is cool. Chill. So, yeah, just school and work so far.
Period. All right, I love that. I know I actually went to CSUN. I graduated with early child development. What major are you trying to go into?
Right now, I think I'm just doing sociology just
Oh yeah, I
'cause I'm
forgot.
not super sure, but yeah.
Okay. How about you, Joaquin?
Yes. I am a undergraduate student from California State Bakersfield, Antelope Valley, at a satellite campus right down at 30th. And I'm a major in sociology, human services concentration because my long term goal is to be a social worker or a behavioral clinical therapist. And
Oh,
then I am graduating by this fall 2025.
Nice.
oh really?
Yes.
Also super soon. All right, that's super cool. I like how we have two sociology majors and like, you guys can kind of relate on that aspect. All right. So a little bit more about your internships here. What were your guys' first impressions when you guys started here? Like your thoughts on like being at a nonprofit. Have you guys ever done that before?
Me, honestly, no. This was my first time, so I was honestly nervous and scared at the same time, kind of intimidated by everybody. And yeah, I felt like, yeah, I was the youngest one, so I kind of am. So
All
yeah,
right.
just kind of, a little nerve wracking.
I feel that. I know. I feel like that when I started here too. Um, a little intimidation, seeing a lot of professionals.
Yeah.
How about you, Joaquin?
My first impression when I stepped foot in this building, and it was a bit nerve wracking, and I was kind of a bit shy and timid because I expect intimidating coworkers, but when I met you and Naomi, it was just you guys were amazing. You guys were outstanding. Like I was able to shadow you guys, like from your facilitation, and you guys gave me the privilege to be exposed around the realms of elementary settings, middle school, high school, and it was just a memorable experience for me. It's just like this is my dream class. Like when I'm an undergraduate, I'm like, please, hopefully AVPH is my last resort because I've been here. It was advised by my academic advisor and my professor recommended this place, and they told me good things about this agency.
Wow, thank you, Joaquin.
Right.
I really appreciate that because I think AVPH is a really unique place, and seeing how much of a great community we have here at the office is, and I'm glad you're getting your experience where you should. And what is one going into that? Like, what is one project that you guys done and you like here at work where you kind of really enjoyed it?
For me, honestly, I like the events. Every time I go out to the outreach events, I like, just in doing it. I kind of find a little bit of joy in like whenever the kids come and spin the wheel, or I'm
Mm.
talking to somebody, knowing that I can help them with the resources.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that was a new experience that outreaching is a really good, inspiring part. How about you, Joaquin?
Um, my favorite part for this internship is the events and the vendors, like as in facilitating events, engaging with students' activities, building connection. That's just the most empowering thing to like do in society. It's such a memorable, and you kind of build that special connection,
Mm-hmm.
kind of fulfill them like, hey, we were in their position before, but look, we kind of look at ourselves as like, wow, we're making this place a better, improving and
Yeah, like making a difference for your
making.
community is like impactful for you guys, and I hope you guys have a fun time with that. Have you guys faced any challenges while you're out in the community or while you're here in the office, doing some new work? Any challenges?
On my part, that I can say was trying to speak to everybody. Like, honestly, I'm surprised that I'm even on this because, yeah, like Joaquin said, I was shy and timid. So, yeah, I really like just like working alone. So that was, something new. And honestly, I think that, yeah, it helped me out. It helped me out. So,
That's a good point. Yeah, like warming up to people, especially if you're always used to like working by yourself or you've been a student and trying to get to know people. How about you, Joaquin?
To be sincere, I'm not facing any challenges here because, this is my favorite class, but I'm facing challenges outside of this internship, which is homeworks, exams, and research projects. It's just, there are like strict guidelines and regulation, and I have to like balance between, it's just time management is one of the challenges, and
Oh,
it can be inevitable time in general.
oh, that's a good point about how that leads me to my next question. Like, how are you guys balancing kind of doing your internship, going to school, or balancing life in general, being an intern?
I like to take little breaks, of course, like
Mm-hmm.
everybody needs some every now and then. So whenever I do feel like I need it or I feel like I'm going into like this little cycle of just work and school and I don't feel like I'm getting enough time for myself, I hit the gym.
All
But
right.
if not that, you can go to Six Flags. I have the pass, so I like going there. Roller coasters.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good like way to do like some self care and really take care of your time. How about you, Joaquin?
Um, how I manage my time is I always focus on primarily important and necessities, as in like school works. I prioritize over like fun times, because if I stay on top of my game, I'll be in a good flow rather than feeling like you're in a rush or huddle to finish, because I always start early. That's why there's an advantage of being an early bird. Early bird catches the worm. There's that phrase. That's why I always get things done, and pretty much that's how I handle things. Like, prioritize what you need to get done and then go to the fun part, as in watching your favorite TV shows or
All right.
using social media.
That's a good point. So you're not a procrastinator, Joaquin.
Oh, actually, to be genuine, I am a procrastinator, but that's what I need to improve. There's always room for improvement.
Oh
So,
yeah, definitely. That's how college catches up with you and stuff like that. So like understanding how to do time management is very, very important. And so how does this internship that you're doing, how do you guys feel like you're going to take away the experience and apply it to your career or what your future plans are for yourself?
Well, obviously, for me, since my major is sociology, I think working or interning at a nonprofit, better saying, would
Mm-hmm.
be more. It would pronounce itself more like upon wherever I go. You know, like if I go to CSUN or any other
Mm-hmm.
school, they see, oh, he was an intern at a community resource center. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, or any type of
Yeah, that's true. I feel like personally in college I never really did an internship. So I when I see you guys and I was like, wow, I wish I would have done that in college because you're already a step ahead from like experience wise and it's good to gain connections here as well. So yeah. How about you, Joaquin?
Um, what once I conclude my internship, to be sincere, to be genuine, I would be sad, but good things must come to an end. Like what I'll take away when I conclude my internship is working with, you know, kids with, in that in that kids that are under the spectrum of, you know, developmental disorder, physical, and I'll probably gain, valuable skills by being exposed with kids, being in alternative realms, adapting my flexibility, being diligent and you know amongst others, like I want to make like a huge impact like to the world and people that really needs help. Like I learned from this organization, promote wellness. It's just a powerful like catchphrase like I would always use in my.
All right, you have some great points, Joaquin, and I really hope from um, how you've gone to workshops and you've done groups with boys groups with our other coworkers. I hope you gain some experience in that, working with children of all ages.
I hope to like work here too one day. If there's an opening position, I'll come back here, be like, hey, I'm a former intern, becomes like a worker.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about ABPH is that it's always hiring and they're always looking for young professionals, and I think it's always a great place to start. I think um, you gain like a good way of balancing work and also having fun with work. So, all right. So, what made you take on this internship? I know you guys kind of talked about it a little bit, but like, why AVPH?
Personally, I think I like helping people. I don't know. I'm not sure if
Mm-hmm.
I do it enough, but yeah, I'd actually like to engage in trying to help people in like some sort of way. And coming from like a harsh background too, like I didn't grow up the best either. So yeah, any type of help that I can give, especially to like the younger ones, I for sure would. So I think that's what attracted me to AVPH, really. Just the fact that, it's a community resource center, You can't go bad with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's a little takeaway that I've taken from working here also is how you see these resources. I don't know if you guys have experienced this where I didn't know all these resources were available for our community, and was that something you guys knew about or?
Yes. I knew it through my counselors, professors, and my college colleagues.
Mm. All right.
Oh, I honestly didn't. When I came, I was like, oh my God, there's like so much stuff to,
Yeah.
offer. So I was
Yeah.
surprised.
That's good. So like now you could tell your friends, families, people if you ever hear somebody like you can always refer them to resources that are out there. Um, as for the future, has this experience changed or confirmed what you want to do with your future?
Mm, Joaquin, you want to take this one first?
Um, has this experience? Yes, it did change a lot because, you know, this builds my adaptability, flexibility, and I'm like doing multiple triple tasks at the same time. So this gives me like an opportunity to like, rise and shine out there in the real world,
Mhm.
and real life work. And also going back, the reason why I chose this is because this was highly advised by my colleagues. They're telling me previous colleagues works in a different department. They say this agency has like the best services for internships, so that's why I kind of enroll here. And the interaction with staff and people, you get a bond and then stay productive, and I just learned how to accelerate to victory. So
Mhm. Oh,
Nice.
how about you?
Yeah, it kind of has confirmed. I've thought more about taking on, like social work or something like that in the field, just because, seeing these people, seeing everybody in the office, just you know,
Yeah.
kind of enables that.
All right. So going in more into the future question, what's next for you after this internship? I know you guys kind of explained it, but a little bit more like, where do you see yourself career wise? What specifics, like age group, adults, kids? What are you guys thinking?
Me specifically, I'd say after this, I'm trying to find somewhere more full time position so I can go, work, and also I want to go right back to school, do my
Mm-hmm.
CSUN. So after this, I want to try to find a job and also try to continue my studies, try to focus on that and see where that leads. But yeah, honestly, I can't say that I've had anything set plan for it.
All right.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope the best for you. How about you, Joaquin?
um once I left this building, it'll, like I said, this will be a memorable, special place, where I can really enjoy what I'm really passionate about, and I can just go the distance, like I can apply in any like social work, social advocacy like environments. And I hopefully other workplaces can hire me, or AVPH itself. So I'll just say this is like my second home when it comes to working.
Okay. All right. So, I want to thank you guys so much for being part of our
Thank you.
podcast. And I want to close out with the question of like, what's a random skill or something, a fun fact that you picked up during this internship? It could be like, I don't know, like up to you guys. Like,
A random skill or fun fact that I say I picked up was using Teams, and
mm.
the one that I'm trying to get the hold of is like discerning people's ages, because I look at people and I'm like, they don't look like they're over 30, and it shocks me to find out their age. They actually are. But
That's for real.
yeah,
I feel like I know when I started working here too, it's like a lot of young people, but also then you're like, oh, you
okay,
have kids.
yeah,
Oh, you have a whole family.
yeah, right,
But yeah, that's funny.
yeah.
How about you, Joaquin?
Whew. Random skill or fun fact that I learned from this, showing a lot of positivities, well, because I've never seen, my first time seeing in the work environment where everyone was dapping each other up, doing handshakes, spreading positivity and love. It's just the most fulfilling and wholesome, moments that I've ever captured. And another fun random fact is I also learned this term incentives, which means reward and gift. I'll never forget that term, incentives.
I think that's so funny because that was a new word for me too.
Oh wow. Really?
Like I didn't know that like people called incentives that, and that's so funny. Also, you could say that you learned how to make buttons.
Oh yeah, I also learned how to make buttons too. It's just which is amazing. I'm just the only person that made over 200 buttons,
Mhm.
and hopefully my buttons was you know, well
Mhm.
made, and wish you guys luck in the presentation. I'm rooting for you. That's why I'm role as a supporter. I'm supposed to support my team.
Yeah.
Shout out to Melissa and Susan.
No, yeah. We want to thank you for making so many buttons because that was a lot of work. Um, but yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us on the Off the Record podcast.
Oh.
And any final words you guys want to say?
Not too much, but just keep it off the record.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just keep it off the record. Fun fact about me is, love Star Wars. I'm a music lover. And lastly, this department, YSD, is goated. It's goated. We're slaying it. We're pushing to the grind, That's what we do all day.
Yeah, thank you, Joaquin. You're such a hype man.
Right?
But thank you. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Adios. Bye.